how much do you want? And I'm like, excuse me, like, oh, like your allowance, like. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you guys are here watching me, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. I am so nervous. First off, why even filming? Oh shit, this video, like, like lost of words. If you guys see me look over to the side, is where my viewfinder is, so I'm looking at myself, then not looking at the camera. Anyways, if you guys are watching this, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm so nervous, guys. Just get into this video, because if I don't, I'm gonna keep rambling. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm basically explaining my life on how I decided to take a break from social media, also how I became a photographer and a sugar baby. Every time that I say that, it kind of like just feels weird. Okay, so first off, I'm a COVID baby. I graduated during COVID, so which means I didn't really have the perfect senior life that we all want. I didn't get to have all the little things that most people have. That for me, I didn't have. So that already made a huge toll on my life. I've always had good grades, graduated like with 3.8. I was doing good. And then I think when just COVID happened, I just kind of lost all faith in just in the school itself. So once I graduated high school, I wanted to go to college. I wanted to like do something, but I needed to figure out how I can even be an adult. I cannot go into like this life in this big world without even knowing how to even be able to be an adult. So that was my goal. And some people go to college right after high school, some people don't, but I just wanted to just figure out life, figure out how to be in the real world and to understand it, and then after decide what I want to do with my life as in career wise. So yeah, I lived in Vegas, and so when I left Vegas, I had just gotten out of a really rocky and rough relationship. I don't want to bring up any names. If you know, you know. So yeah, I got out of a really rough relationship, and I kind of was just running. I was just fed up with Vegas. Vegas wasn't for me. People used to be like, oh, Vegas is so lit, Vegas is so fun. For you, Vegas was lit, Vegas was fun. Seriously, I was just like, Vegas worked for you, but it doesn't work for everyone, and not everyone can be there. So yeah, after I got out of my relationship, I kind of just like wanted to have a new environment, have like new beginnings. I moved from Vegas to Atlanta. It's currently where I live right now. ATL, baby. If you guys know me, you knew that I also grew up here. So I was just like, I'd rather just go somewhere where I can feel home. I just want to feel like that happiness that I used to have, and because I wasn't finding it where I was at. Yeah, just whatever. And it doesn't matter. So yeah, paid my hair, super pretty, super cute. So yeah, I decided to become a photographer. So I literally was flat shit broke. Well, not broke. I didn't have a job. I wasn't quite consistent with life. I was just kind of like all over the place because I was just learning myself. And at the time, I had some friends who I thought were my friends. In the long run, just turn around and bite me in my ass and bit me in my ass because, yeah. I had some friends, turned out they were my friends, and yeah, like you learn your lesson with people, and you learn your lesson about who deserves to be in your life and who brings you that peace that you want in your life. And these friends certainly was not bringing me peace. They're making my life harder. They are taking that piece of me that I thought I needed, and they just took it. And when I lost it, I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of felt like somewhat a relief, like, you took something that I didn't even want, first off. No, but for real. if that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, so when I was in LA, I had some friends, and I just knew from the jump that like these friends really weren't there for me how much I wanted them to be there for me and how much I was there for them. And that happens a lot nowadays with friendship. Like, you always put in more effort or energy into someone or something than the other person does. So it kind of just makes you feel like you're just doing too much, right? So yeah, I had these friends, and we're not gonna name drop. You know who you are. Period. That's it. So I had these friends, and the situation happened where shit just got crazy. Like, I'm not even gonna go into details, but these situations kind of like woke me up and to understand like not everyone is your friend. Not everyone want to see you do good. And that's when I realized that like it can be from close friends, close family, not close family, not close friends. Everyone's gonna have that little they wanna their little opinions and their insight about how you supposed to live your life and da 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 da. And that kind of like woke me up to realize like not everyone is on your team. Not everyone want to see you succeed, boo. So what are you gonna do to handle that? Like, how can you even handle that? How can you handle like feeling like you're getting judged and you're getting manipulated and da 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 by friends and family? Like, that's bad. Like, I don't think anyone wants that. I feel like my eyesight is all wrong, guys. I'm so sorry. I cannot help it. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically how the situation happened in LA. And then I just decided, okay, I want to be a photographer. I am going to do whatever I can to become this. Because it was the next thing that I thought I had passion about, right? And so I bought a camera. I took all the money that I had in my savings, not even in my checkings account, in my savings. I took out my whole savings. This is emergency funds and everything else, and I bought a camera. And the camera wasn't cheap. It wasn't a cheap camera. So basically, me doing this took like huge for me, really huge. Because I knew that I wanted to do it, and instead of me like going to get like a little small cheap camera, I'm gonna go big and I'm gonna go hard. And that's what I did. And so I didn't even have any clientele at this point in time. I'm just like, just going with the flow. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. If it's not, I will go return this camera the next day. Not really, but you get the gist. So I just started branching out to a bunch of creators in online entertainment. Yeah, and if you guys know what that is, you don't know what it is, I think you should look it up. I don't want to go into too much detail about it because obviously it is still what I do today. So yeah, I branched out to a bunch of online creators, and I was like, hey, I'm an upcoming photographer, like, let's work together. I can get some free shots for you, some free promos for you. Just let me put you on my portfolio so I can build my portfolio. And once you have a portfolio, then you can start obviously getting paid for doing this job. Because when you're a photographer, you're freelancing, so everything's kind of like word of mouth, or you know someone, like, you're really basically busting your ass on your own. Like, you don't have a corporation, you don't have a boss, you don't have nobody, it's just you. And I had the hardest time figuring and mastering that. But when I mastered it good, to the point where I started to make a living off of photography. And to me, I'm very proud of it, because not a lot of people can say that. Like, being able to travel and to travel for work at such a young age, to meet so many cool, beautiful women and cool people just in general, to understand like how their lives and why they chose to go into the profession that they went in. I just constantly was posting on my spam account and on TikTok, never really posting on my actual Instagram. I don't have a bunch of followers. I probably have like 1,500 followers on Instagram, and that's not a lot. Like, I'm not like a fucking Instagram baddie. I'm not an IG model, walk with a throttle. No, I'm just a regular ass person. I knew like you guys wouldn't miss me, like me posting on social media. Like, what are you guys missing? Like, nothing. And there will be times where like I won't post on social media and I post on Instagram and I get like fucking 600 views, because I go from not posting and then to posting. Not everyone's watching me. And whenever I kept seeing that, I would get like shooken up, because it's like, when I'm just posting like regular shit, no one's watching it. And I'm gone for months, no one's watching it. Never have watched my story as much as you guys were watching it when I came back to social media. And that was, to me, was crazy. Like, what? Like, there's no way in hell. And that showed me that people were actually like really watching me and wanted to watch my story. And it could be a good thing, but it was overwhelming for me just because I just wasn't comfortable. So let's get back into like another reason why I didn't post on social media. Present day, I'm still a photographer. That is still my number one job. Even though I'm trying to branch out to do other things, stay tuned. I'm really excited for what's coming up next. I'm about to launch a bikini line, and it's basically what I've been working for. Is like all my hard work, all like this time dedication like has gone to, like I feel like I deserve it. So y'all stay tuned for the bikini line. It should be dropping not too soon, but just keep your eyes out on it. And then now let's get into what you guys all been probably like waiting for. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I used to feel so embarrassed to even talk about this, like really. But when I came out about it and I talked to like my family about it, like my mom, my dad, my grandma, some friends, I kind of felt like I'm feeling more comfortable talking about it. So, what you guys been waiting for? How I became a sugar baby. Literally, put it on the screen. So yeah, when I first moved here to Atlanta, me networking as a photographer, me trying to get out and branch out to other people and to like other things, I have met a bunch of cool people along the way. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys if you guys are watching this, because you guys really have helped me in my journey here in Atlanta. So yeah, me going out, I am a travel photographer, by the way, if you guys don't know. So I can be working all the time, and it's kind of quite stressful. So if you guys are from my Instagram, you guys know that like I was traveling at one point in time, and I still am. I used to post it so much. I don't post it anymore. I don't post whenever I go anywhere on here because it's not your business as of right now. So yeah, I was just traveling, and I always come into like contact with like older white guys. They're always like intrigued by me, and like just from like my body and my looks, how I carry myself, like my personality, like just a lot. And so especially when I moved here to Atlanta, I came across a lot of white guys who liked me. And I'm like, I've never had this type of attention before, because obviously like I was just with younger people. It wasn't really like in the eyes of like older white men all the time, even though I have lived in spaces where it was predominantly white people. So that to me was kind of weird. And so let's just get into the story and how. So I was out one time at a restaurant, and I was just sitting there. I was just sitting there, and don't get me wrong, I like nice things. Now people go like, you're just bougie or you're just cute. I'm not bougie. I'm confident, and I can carry myself as such because I have earned to carry myself as such. I know that I deserve better, so I'm gonna carry myself with that greatness that I do deserve better. I cannot carry myself like this regular, like loudmouth, ghetto, jeans all the time, sneakers all the time girl. Like that wasn't me, and I knew from the jump that was never me. I'm sorry when people say, oh, you're just so bougie. I'm not bougie. If you can't handle my bouginess, then you do not belong in my circle, period. Just knowing your worth and knowing what you deserve, basically. So I met a guy, and we contacted at the restaurant, and so that's kind of how it started. It's a long process. Me just doing this is not easy. To even be talking to you guys, it's not easy, but it's my life, and I'm now open to share it with you guys. So yeah, I met this guy, and I'm at the restaurant. If I say this one more time, he saw me and he thought I was quite interesting. Had these bright pink like high heel boots on, and he's like, oh, I like your boots. And I'm like, thank you. So then he goes to the back, and I guess he's a regular at this restaurant, and I just didn't know. So he asked the bartender, to like, oh, what she's drinking. And at the time, I wasn't 21. I couldn't even get a drink. Like, I didn't even have some type of like proof that I can even, like fake ID. I didn't have any of that. So I was just like chilling. I'm like, I just had like a regular like mocktail. Which, if you don't know what a mocktail is, basically like a virgin drink with no alcohol in it. And so yeah, he's like, oh, what is she having? Da, da, da. And then the guy told him. So he comes over to me. He asked me how old I was at the time, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then he hands me his business card, and I'm like,
bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
What are you trying to do? Like, really? Like, you just give me your business card? Like, I was confused, and I'm like, all right, I'll take it. So I take it, and I'm like, am I supposed to call this number? Like, I don't think anyone have liberally handed me a business card, in the sense of like, I want to get to know you. Here's my card. I was just surprised. So I took the card, and I waited maybe like 2 days to text him back, to just text him. And I text him, I go, oh, hi, this is such and such. Nice to meet you from such and such restaurant. And then we're texting, we're like talking to each other, we're hitting it off. And then he invites me to lunch. And that's how this has even came upon to right now. It's kind of like my hobby. I think I'm quite good at it now. Not saying that anyone should try this. You do as you please. Still at the time, I didn't even know like what was going on. I just thought that he was just an older guy that was interested in me, that wanted to take me out. And I was just completely down with it, because who wouldn't want a free meal, right? And so after we have our first lunch, he is like, how much do you want? And I'm like, excuse me, like, oh, like your allowance. Like, let's like talk about it. Let's come up to a agreement and let's move forward. And I'm just like, wow, like I don't know what you mean. I'm fucking lost the words. I'm acting like because I knew what he was saying, but I wasn't like comprehending it at that very moment. I was kind of like stuck, like, is this really happening to me? Like, I've always seen like so many TikToks and like YouTube videos, and people like talk about this, but I've never thought that it would like actually be my reality. And so, I talked to him, and then we came to an agreement on allowance, and then I eventually told my dad and my grandma, and I'm like, hey, like, I got a sugar daddy, like, and I just told them as like a joke, but they understood it. And so I'm like, all right, okay, it's not a joke, I'm so serious. And they're like, all right, like, if that's what you want to do, just be safe. And like, I'm not going to stop what you think is best for you on that situation, because I know sometimes it's hard to see a younger girl with older guys, and to even accept it, like, what, like, why, like, this guy can literally be my grandpa's age, like, this guy's older than my mom, like, it's, at first for me, it was quite weird. After I eventually like told my family about it and got their reaction, got my friends' reactions to the situation also, I kind of just kept going with it, just like hanging out with them. And if it leads to something, then it leads to something. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, but from the jump, I was just literally only getting paid to like go out to dinner and hang out with them and get to know them, just keep them company. That's pretty much what a sugar baby is, and just be there for them, because a lot of times older guys just want someone to talk to. They're just so lonely, and they just want an eye candy, someone to like have on their arm when they're going to like nice events and going to like parties and stuff. So that's technically how it was going for me. I was just more like an event baby. So whenever like something big was coming up and they wanted like a little date, I would like on their little arm, or nice restaurants they wanted to take me to. So that's pretty much how it ended, and I've been doing that now for almost like, I want to say it's not quite a year, but almost a year. And so I would love to be able to like post my life and be able to show you guys how I live. And this is why I decided to come back to social media, because I want to start a YouTube channel. I've always wanted to do these things, but I didn't want my side life to interfere with like everything else. But so yeah, I'm back on social media pretty soon, and if you guys are watching this video to the end, I really appreciate you guys. I am not perfect, and I don't think anyone's perfect, honestly. If you want to be quite honest, we all are trying our best just to be the best version of ourselves. And I just really wanted to start romanticizing my life. I want to be feminine. I just want to be a woman. I want to feel pretty all the time. I want to be happy all the time. I'm still working quite hard to literally have everything that I want now and in my future. Like, and it just starts with you. Like, it really does. It starts when you can say, I want to do what's best for me and not what's best for everyone else around me. Because at the end of the day, you might have to cut off your closest friend. You may have to cut off your closest family. Like, or not even just cut them off. Just push them back and just say, hold on, let me figure out life. And once my life is figured out, then we can become back like this. But until I can find myself, like, I don't want everyone to just be like, rah, 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 to me. So yeah, that's why I decided to like take a break and just live, honestly. Yeah. If you guys want a story time and like more depth, like sugar baby stuff or like photography stuff, I'm always free to help you guys and have a little chit chat with you guys. And if you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it, because I am fucking shaking in boots right now. And I'm like, if you guys even get to see this video, I'm so proud of myself, because I broke out of that little shell that I have always been in, and I'm becoming a woman and I'm becoming myself. I'm not a little girl anymore. I'm not in high school anymore. I'm not her anymore, and I just want to stop hiding my life from everyone. Like, it's our life now. We all can share it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.